Okay, let's talk about scheduling. We have all been there, right? The endless back and forth emails, trying to figure out time zones, just the sheer hassle of getting a single meeting on the calendar. Honestly, it can feel like a full-time job all by itself. And that really gets you thinking, doesn't it? Is your calendar actually working for you, or are you working for it? So often our scheduling tools are just these rigid boxes that end up dictating our entire day. But what if there's a better way?
Well, say hello to Cal.com. At its core, it's an open-source scheduling platform. But the key phrase here, taken right from their docs, is that it lets you take bookings on your own terms. That whole idea, control, flexibility, your terms, that's what we're going to dig into.
So here's the game plan for this explainer. First, we'll look at the basic experience, how it makes scheduling easy for anyone. Then we're going to get into the really cool stuff, the 3 different paths for developers and power users. Building with the API, self-hosting for total control, and even contributing directly to the code.
All right, let's start with that core promise, scheduling on your terms. This is for anybody who just wants a simple, elegant way to let people book time with them, minus all the usual headaches.
And getting set up is ridiculously easy. Seriously, step 1, you just set when you're available. Step 2, you connect the tools you're already using, like your Google Calendar or Zoom. And step 3, you share your link. That's it. It really is that simple. But here's the twist. This is where it gets really, really interesting. That super simple experience is just the tip of the iceberg, because the most important thing to understand is that Cal.com isn't just a product. It's a platform, and that means it's designed from the ground up to be customized, to be extended, and to be built on. So for the rest of this explainer, we're going to explore what that actually means. Think of it like a choose-your-own-adventure for anyone who wants to go deeper than just basic scheduling. We're going to check out 3 totally different paths you can take. First up, path number 1. This one is for all the developers out there. For anyone who sees a cool service and immediately thinks, how can I plug this into my own app? Well, the answer is the API. Now, this quote is pulled straight from the developer documentation, and the language is super important. When it says you can CRUD resources, that's developer speak for create, read, update, and delete. It means you get programmatic control over everything: bookings, users, availability, the whole shebang. This is the language of deep integration. So what can you actually do with all that power? Well, you could build a scheduling feature right into your company's CRM. Or you could create custom booking flows for a telehealth app. You could even completely automate how your sales team manages appointments. The API basically hands you all the raw building blocks. Okay, let's move on to our second path. What if you want all that great functionality, but you also want absolute maximum control over your data and your infrastructure? Well, that's where self-hosting comes into play. The idea here is simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Instead of using Cal.com's service in the cloud, you take the entire software and run it on your very own server. What this gives you is a completely private, totally controlled version of the platform. This table really breaks it down perfectly. With the cloud version, hey, it's convenient. They manage everything for you. But when you self-host, you control the server, which means your data stays on your server and you get full control over the entire instance. For data privacy and deep customization, this is the ultimate option. And that leads us to our third and final path. And this is the one that really gets to the heart and soul of open source. This path is for people who don't just want to use the software, they want to help build it. Because Cal.com is open source, its code is out there for everyone to see. And that means you can go from being just a user or an integrator to being a collaborator. You can actually help shape what this platform becomes by contributing your own code. And it's not some secret club either. The documentation lays out a really clear path for how to get involved. There's a contributor's guide, there are rules on code style so everything stays consistent, and there's a standard process for submitting your work through pull requests. It's basically an open invitation to join the team. So, let's put it all together. You've got the API path for integration. You've got the self-hosting path for control. And you've got the contribution path for collaboration. 3 really different ways to get involved, but they all point back to this one powerful idea, all built on a single platform: total scheduling freedom. And that, right there, is the ultimate takeaway. By making scheduling open source, Cal.com has transformed it from just another rigid product into a flexible set of building blocks. So the final question they're posing isn't just about how you'll book your next meeting. It's, with this new freedom, what will you build?